What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? You already know what it is. Jay Burke here, owner and creative director of Savage Ambition Clothing. We're here with Savage in the City, episode 4 with Zuarel. Hey, we're gonna go in here and talk to this guy. This dude is a major entrepreneur doing phenomenal things in the community. Let's hear what he got to say. Let's go. What's cracking? What's cracking? What's cracking? You already know what it is. Jay Burke here, owner and creative director of Savage Ambition Clothing. And I'm here with...
What's up, world? This is your favorite entrepreneur's entrepreneur, Mr. Zuarel Blue, live in the flesh. Thank you, big dog.
Yeah, for sure. Glad to have you on the show, man. It's been a long time coming. I appreciate you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Of course, of course. So tell them a little bit about yourself, a little bit of background.
Man, where should we start? Like
go way back. Way back.
Way back, huh? Way back. I guess we'll start from the bottom. Man. I was born out in Puyallup, man. My family lived in Edenville at the time. Edenville, Washington, the only black-owned family out there, and we still got land out there, man, 36 acres.
That's crazy.
It was beautiful. Then life happened, stuff maneuvered. I was here in middle school in Tacoma. Next thing you know, parents got divorced. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in Georgia. And that's where I grew up at. Like, I spent my teenage years there. I learned a lot about life. I worked at Waffle House. That was dope. That was a good experience. Yep. I worked at... Hey, you know what? With prices like how they are, I don't even know if they got the Grand Slam anymore. It's probably a home run. You know, probably change the word. Pitch hit. But man, then I got a job detailing, and at the time, I was like 15, 16. You know, I wasn't supposed to work, but I was still working. Yeah. We wasn't thinking about like the legal age of working. We were just trying to get by. I gotta get a haircut. I gotta get school supplies. I gotta get school clothes. I gotta do me. I gotta look presentable. Yeah. And that's kind of what I did when I went to work. And little did I know that detailing business was a way to keep me busy, to keep me from my mind on things I couldn't control. Okay. You know, like honestly, my parents got divorced, man. I went to 6 high schools. You know,
that's tough, man.
It is. And you know, at the time, I wasn't like feeling so awesome about myself to where I'm gonna go to this school and then this school. It just happened. But like I said, I just got a job detailing, man, and it kept me in a cool float. Mm-hmm. I learned a lot about life. I had money. You know, I didn't do the best things with it, but I was like, oh, I like this. I don't need this. I don't need that. I feel at peace. Little did I know, I was starting a business. You know, so. That was beautiful. I
want to go back to what you said about like you being able to stay busy. So a lot of us have that thing where we keep ourselves busy to occupy the mind space, right? That can be a blessing and a curse sometimes, right? Because I feel like for me personally, sometimes we use it to get outside of reality sometimes, and sometimes that can come back to bite us, right? However, it can also be something that propels us forward. So talk a little bit more about, like, on an emotional level, how that impacted you, being able to stay busy while dealing with something that's very, like, I mean, divorce is...
Hey, look, I tell you this. I was definitely in a funk when it happened. Like when that occurred and my parents got divorced, I got pulled from sports. I got called home to babysit. Like they was like, you know, you can't do this. So I don't know, man. Like I'm just told to do what to do because that's what your parents tell you to do, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I was in those funks. I was definitely depressed. I was definitely not feeling good about myself. I definitely wasn't happy. I was in the house, you know, I was just in the house and I wasn't happy at all. I was like, I gotta be busy.
Right.
I gotta do something to keep my mind busy.
Yeah.
Like it was a gift and it was a curse. And I didn't know at the time I was hiding it. It wasn't until I discovered in my adult years, like, oh yeah, you never actually faced it. You just kept busy and never healed from it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't learn that until my adult
Yeah.
years, until getting into a relationship. And it's like, man, I actually don't know what it's like to actually be happy with yourself and love yourself and show yourself so much gratitude and appreciation that you don't got to go look through it or look for it through anyone. And
Yeah.
nowadays, that's a sensitive subject because you got social media. I didn't have that in high
Yeah,
school. To be
facts.
like, man, I'm having a bad day. You know, the internet, and see somebody doing a good day make me feel worse. You know, I didn't have all that.
Yeah.
Or I can't be in a good state. See somebody doing better, like, man, I could be doing better. I didn't have all that. I just had the people around me, and at that time, I'm the youngest around all my peers. I've always been. I've always been the maturest. I've always been the youngest. And I don't mean like maturest like like immature. I mean maturest for the young people that I've been around because I kicked it with older folks.
Oh yeah.
So they taught me
Old
up.
soul.
Yeah, old school, old man. OGs, not IGs. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was raised off OGs, not
Not
IGs.
IGs. That's
Straight
a
up.
bar.
Straight
Yeah.
up, straight up.
Yeah.
So it taught me a lot, man. And I had a one old dude tell me, Anthony, rest in peace, phenomenal dude from New York. He's like, man, whatever's happened on the outside is something you got to be able to control on the inside. But you can't let them see you sweat. In a sense, that was a gift and a curse as well, because I was scared to be vulnerable. I was scared to sweat and show people what I'm going through, because it's like, why should I show you? What can you do to help?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to sit here and give my all to you. And at that time, I mean, I didn't think of it thoroughly, so I just was being vulnerable around the wrong people who wasn't right in the right state of mind and where I was at.
Absolutely.
So now it's like, as an individual who know who I am, I'm mighty cautious of who I'm being vulnerable around and with, because I have a lot to lose. And at a young stage where you don't know where you're going, you become gullible to everything. And you know, being raised off whoever you're around, you are easily influenced. Easily influenced.
Yeah, it's crazy how much, not just as entrepreneurs, but it's crazy how much that affects men, like in general, because you know we go through things like that and we compartmentalize it. We're like, oh, let's put this away. They don't need to see that part of us. They don't need to see our emotions or whatever, because if they see emotions, it's a sign of weakness, which it's not. So, sidebar, I encourage you, if you're feeling depressed, you know, if you're going through things, it's at some point you got to talk to somebody.
Absolutely.
At some point you got to talk to somebody, right? On the flip side of that, though, it's good to put your energy into positive things. That's okay. It's okay to put your energy into positive things. Now, I do want to say I wouldn't advise you to gas yourself out, but like you said, stay busy. Put your energy into those things that will propel you forward. You know what I'm saying? While you're going through it, because you can't just stay stuck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us fall victim of that, staying stuck. Oh, life is hitting me hard. I'm gonna just stop doing everything. That's not the way to go.
It's not, man. Because you start to have like depression thoughts, suicidal thoughts. There's a song came out, it was a movie came out, Fighting Temptations, when I was going through this, 2002, 2003, Beyonce. And this is before she was, you know, Destiny Child Beyonce. And there's a song in there called, with the OJs, called I'm Not Worthy, But He Still Loves Me. I've always had my faith. I never gave up on the faith. Things around me were in my reality I couldn't control, but I always knew I wanted more for myself. I always knew I wanted more, and that's why I stayed down in Atlanta until I was 21. And when I came here at 21, they say the South slow. I already got my business license. I'm 15 years in the game starting this. I already know what I want. And people are like, man, don't move out to Washington. It rain too much. It's too cold. Don't nobody want their vehicle detailed. I was like, I ain't never heard that before. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just know I got a business, I got a dream, I got a vision, and I seen it coming together here. I'm gonna go kick in my pops. We about to become best friends. I'm about to learn a lot from him. We about to become best friends. And in that moment, I did that. I said, I'm done. I want more. Bought a bus ticket, packed my stuff, left. Left all my CDs and DVDs. I left. And when I came out here into Tacoma, man, it's like a new frontier.
Yeah.
It's like I learned a lot. Now it's like, how do I apply that? And that's when you discover, like, hey, yo, I'm an entrepreneur. I didn't even know man, when I want to go to school, let me be an entrepreneur. I don't want to be none of this. I want to be a part of all of this, but really, I want to be an entrepreneur. Like, this is cool, because we're afraid to be vulnerable, and when we're being vulnerable in spaces where people can lift you up, you get that confidence about you. And I think that's something school counselors should be teaching. I haven't been to school in a while, but when I was in school, time we went to counseling is when we got in trouble, we changed classes. We never went in there and had a conversation, man, my parents are going through this. I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know, but I think counselors should be more of an advocacy towards kids in the schools and teens, just for small conversations. You don't need case managers for families, because then you put them in a foster home situation. You see what I'm saying? You want to be able to go somewhere and communicate that. And if I had a message, I'll tell some folks, just be vulnerable around older cats who've been there and listen. Don't be quick to speak. Like, listen. And I worked around a lot of older folks, and I was like, they tell me, I don't want you to be like me, I want you to be better than me. And they say that in a sense of, they don't want me to die with my potential, because they didn't get to live out their dreams.
Facts.
Some people will cast their fears on you. You can't start your business. You can't start your dream. And that's what I fall back to say this. I never heard that before. Don't put your negative outlook on me. Don't put how you cast your vision of your entrepreneurship on me. This worked here. I know it's going to work here. And I feel free. And we all got to be around people who we feel we can be vulnerable with, and we can start to feel free.
Absolutely.
If you're around people, I call them leeches, that suck your energy, man, you got to get away.
Get away quick.
You got to get away. And I don't care who it is. If they're not about good business, but they're always bringing you bad business consistently, I mean, you got to get away. And that's why I left to come to Tacoma, just to get away. I had friends who were getting killed. I was in the wrong game. I was around the wrong people. And I was young, making money. Like, hey, buying stupid stuff, but I didn't buying stupid stuff, you know? So, and that's why I ended up coming here from Atlanta. And coming here, I had to just be with my dad. I know I needed more discipline. I had a work ethic. I had a grind. I had determination. I wanted more, but I needed a male figure to help shape and mold the direction of the man I wanted to be. And I was cool to be vulnerable around my dad. And I had no problem being with that. And I think that's why, you know, specifically black men all day, every day, men as well, and young boys have to have that parent, that father figure in their life. And also, if you can't, like I said, I was raised off OGs and not IGs. The village of people who were around me were amazing. Yeah. Everybody was amazing.
I didn't meet my father until I was already an adult. I already had a family. I already had kids. But when I was younger, I had a school counselor who did the right thing, kind of took me under his wing, taught me some stuff. His name was James Cook. I never forget.
James Cook.
And shout out to James. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to James.
He took me under his wing. He taught me some life lessons. He used to be like, call my mom and be like, hey, let me take Jay out, you know what I'm saying, to lunch or something like that. And he would teach me these things, kind of like you said, the OGs, teaching you these little things, these little life lessons, because they don't want you to end up how they see people end up or how they ended up. And they want you to learn how to adapt in life, you know what I'm saying? Because kids go through a lot these days. You know, it's just getting worse and worse.
Did you speak on that? I miss my dad at a really pivotal point in my life, like my teenage years, you know, kind of thing. Like, so I'm asking you woman advice from my mom and whatever, but the man who helped me become the person is, I want to give him a shout out, Mr. Hector Ortiz Sr. I appreciate it.
Shout out to Hector.
Shout out to Hector, man. He actually is a correction officer now, but he took me under his wing. And when I say I was underage working, he just made it look like I was of age to work. And I got paid at the end of every summer school. And he didn't want me to be how his son was. And bullshit you not, his son is in prison for murder type shit. Like that's so real. Mm-hmm. And he said, man, I see so much in you. I don't want you to go down this path.
And sometimes that's all it takes, somebody to see the potential in you. Mm-hmm. And you can go so far if somebody just reach down and grab you up, man. Look, you can do this. And that's why, that's a part of the reason why we're here, is because we want you all to know whatever that goal is, whatever that ambition that you have is, you can do it. You just got to figure out how to do it and apply yourself and like put action behind it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we have these like thoughts in our head, like any moment of the day, millions of times a day, we have these thoughts. And, you know, sometimes we be like, dang, that's a crazy thought. And then we shove it off to the side. But some of those things we got to hold on to and actually pour into it. Like plant the seed, water the seed, and watch it grow. If you can't just think about it and be a dreamer. You know what I'm saying? You got to do more than that.
A lot of people do not know how to pour in their plants. Mm-hmm. They know how to dig a hole, put the seed in, and bury it. But they don't know how to pour into it because they're too busy putting all that energy in everyone else. Watching everyone else grow.
Yeah.
And wondering what's wrong with them.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy, what I learned? And I bullshit you not. I learned this maybe like in this past year. That every plant is different. Like the way you water it. How many times you water it a day, how many times you water it a week or whatever, how much sunlight you give it. Every plant is different. So what your goal might be, you might have to water it a certain amount of times a week versus me, I might have to water it every day, twice a day, 3 times a day, whatever. Yours might be different. You might have to water your plant or that goal, right? Once a week, whatever. Figure out what you need to do to get to where you want to be at and get there, right?
1000%. And the best way to figure out your goals, where you want to be at, is create a vision board. You are never too old for a vision board.
Facts. So let's go into that. Let's go into how exactly did you start your business? Like, how'd you go from the vision to reality?
So once I realized detailing was my therapy, it got me away from a negative place out in the streets, east side Atlanta, dealing with people, to I'm dealing with the aunties and the uncles. Thank you so much. Carl is so nice. They just happy. I'm like, I need more of that in my life.
Yeah.
I want to chase that.
Yeah.
Nigga got to go back and put on his mask at home. Before COVID, we've been putting on the mask. So I love that. And it brought me to Washington, which is dope. And I was able to meet more people. So what I did was like, who do I go to find, how do I start a business? I didn't have the internet on my phone like that. So I lived in Lakewood. I went to Lakewood Chamber of Commerce. It was like, here, go here, boom. Go to PTAC, which is a procurement specialist. This is '08. You know, I didn't just moved back to Washington. This is '08. And I do that. And I'm listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening. I'm taking the advice and I'm applying it. And I'm on the bus doing this because I know what I want. And I was like, I'm not about to work no minimum wage and make $88 a day. I'm too old. I mean, I'm 21, but I know my worth.
Yeah.
You know, I transferred from here from a job. I'm not getting no credit, but they was trying to pay me that. And I was like, no, you're crazy. What am I gonna do with that? 2 weeks.
Especially out here.
I'm a full-fledged adult. Come on, man. Like, that's not gonna fly. And, you know, and people don't know their worth. I knew my worth. I knew I was worth at least $100 a day minimum. Then let me figure that out. Then I'm gonna learn how to make $200 a day. Then I'm gonna learn how to make $300. I'm gonna figure that all out. But you're not gonna shoot me for nothing short. So I immediately was like, nope. I'm gonna be around people and go to these chambers of commerce, these PTAC procurement specialists. I'm gonna go to the city. I mean, I was in the city of Tacoma, so they only could do so much. My business was in Lakewood, so I went to these these town halls, these meetings, and fill out the paperwork. I sold my Xbox, brother. I sold my TV. I bought a pressure washer and a generator, dead ass. And I bought some equipment and a buffer. So I ain't played a video game in about 14 years. I don't even know where to start. Like I don't even know where to
I
start.
know the feeling.
I think it was a PlayStation 2. It might have been a 3 when I was popping. Man, it went to a 4, to a 5, to I don't know what they got now. I ain't played no Call of Duties in I don't know how long. But I'm determined to where when I did that same week, I was like, man, I can buy another Xbox if I want it. And I could buy another one. I said, man, I'm on to something. I just didn't know the structure. I said, detailing is cool. I got my business license, but what is the structure? So when I say I had to build a vision board, because someone else told me, I'm 21 at the time. What the fuck is a vision board? I never heard of no vision board.
Yeah.
What is a vision board?
Yeah.
Like, where do I get one? How do I start it? She's like, no, you just get this canvas and you put out your name of your business. At the time, I was a whole different business, man. I was dealing with like the hot rods and hot models and fast cars and imports. You know, I'm not so family how I am now.
Yeah.
So I was like, because I was seeking validation. I knew what I wanted, but at the time I didn't know who I was as Zuarel.
Okay.
I didn't know that. So, I mean, I am now, so you can't tell me otherwise. So I was looking through it through other individuals.
Okay.
So my business was there, but it wasn't all the way me there. It was more of instant gratification.
Yeah.
Now, I know who I am. You don't even see me taking selfies like that because I know who I am. You see what I'm saying? I don't be trying to half-ass hop on and make a quick buck. No, I'd rather make the slow money. But at that time, I was around some people, and they steered me in the right way. I mean, started my business. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I got invited to go to SEMA, and SEMA is more of an invite only, and that just turned me out.
Yeah.
I'm 23 at the time. Like, damn, I ain't never been on vacation. I ain't never even left nowhere outside of where I've been, and my business is taking me here. I'm onto something, and I just like.
Then you're like, imagine the
How do I
possibility.
structure this more?
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
yeah.
How do I structure this more?
Get that bug, man.
What do I do? And the first thing my dumb ass do was quit my job. I thought I was a shit. Like, as soon as I got back to Tacoma, I quit my job, man. Shout out to Xfinity. Shout out to Verizon, which is dope. They whatever. I gained some great relationships with them, though. But I quit my job thinking, like, I got it made. Man, I have no idea what was going on. But those were lessons that I had to take at 23, 24, 25 to keep me afloat still at 36.
Yeah.
A lot of people, once they have a plan and it doesn't work, they're afraid to reinvent the wheel. I had to change the structure of my business. I changed it to King's Detail to Frontline Finish. I started pouring more into it. You know what I'm saying? I was pouring everybody else's stuff. I started paying more attention to, let me make the colors I like in my life. I love blue. I love black. They go together great. Let me make this more about me. And I started pouring into it, and it just started to grow. So that's what I say, man. So many people are watching everybody else's stuff grow, and they're wondering why they're just stuck. Because they're searching for validation through everyone else's plants, and they don't have no confidence in their own plant for growing.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing. It took me to get, thinking I was the ish, to quit my job and all. I'm like, hey, that was kind of a bad move. I got no money coming in.
Yeah.
But then, I did some wild deals online, and I didn't make too much money. I made enough to stay afloat. But then, I got a trade. I'm learning about the other side of the iron men, the construction workers, and the concrete, the cement masons.
Okay.
I learned that. I think God guided me that direction because it taught me how to operate, how my business is operating now.
Oh, yeah.
I took jobs for Zuarel to get me by. But when I spent some time at shout out to South Seattle University. She paid me for saying that.
Shout out.
They taught me a lot. And I was like, I should run my fleet business like this. I like this. I like these programs. And so I started looking at things through how I can operate my business. So that would allow me to build my foundation.
Absolutely.
And I say now for people who are trying to start a business, just do it. Just do it. If you're trying to start your business, just do it. Don't hesitate. Don't wait for anyone, and be willing to take chances. And I know you want to do everything yourself, from your logo to your branding to your marketing to getting your business license, but ask for help.
Absolutely.
Ask for help.
Yeah.
It'll save you the 5-6 years I did BSing around, like dead ass. When I tell people I've been in the game for 16 years, the first 10 were terrible. The first 10 were terrible.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do it for me. I was doing it for everybody, watching everyone else's garden just grow. Like, yo, I know this person. I know this person. I know this person. Man, now they don't got the blue check. What's going on with me? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
Dead ass. I was like, what am I? Knowing somebody is one thing, but applying what you can for yourself to help yourself grow. So when you reconnect with that person, it's like you got something to bring to the table. You know?
Yeah. And that's why we really encourage y'all to, like, when he say just start, it's like, if you don't start, like, imagine this. Imagine how far you would be today if you would have started yesterday. Look, you may not be where you want to be, but guess what? You're one step further than you was yesterday, right? So if you wait 10 years from now, everybody's like, oh, I don't got the time. If only I had this. If only I had the money to do this. If only I had the time to do this. Oh, in 5 years, I'm going to do this. Guess what? First of all, in 5 years, you may not be alive. That's a reality. That's a reality that we got to deal with. In 5 years, we may not be alive, right? Secondly, in 5 years, you know what I'm saying, you could have learned so much in 5 years if you would have just started and learned how to adapt to certain situations and certain challenges that you go through as an entrepreneur, right? Or as whatever it is you want to do, an athlete, a freaking nurse, doctor, lawyer, whatever it is. 5 years from now, you could have learned so much. You could have learned so much in that 5 years and be at a whole nother level. But you want to wait 5 years? For what? Start getting the knowledge, right? We call it the idea strategy, right? Identify the goal, right? Develop a plan. So develop a plan on how you're actually going to get it done, right? Enlist an accountability partner,
you
right?
have
To
to
keep
have
you
an
accountable.
accountability partner.
And then action. Get it done. All right? And then after that, it's just adapting and overcoming day by day.
When you have an accountability partner, don't get in your feelings. They're supposed to say no. They're supposed to say yes. They're supposed to say it doesn't look good. You have to have that. I'm being honest. You have to take constructive criticism. Hey man, why you answering your phone? That's the business phone. You know, ain't nobody calling but money. Answer that phone.
And don't get nobody that's gonna be like, oh, you're doing everything right.
Nah, you don't want no.
That bold-faced
You don't want no. You don't want no yes man, no yes ma'am. Get somebody that you don't even know. When I say I bounced around little classes, Tom Weatherfield, rest in peace. He was older white dude. You wouldn't even know he my mentor because I don't kick around old white men. You see what I'm saying? But he taught me a lot early. How to get government contracts, how to market your audience.
Yeah.
What is the capability statement? I'm like, I don't know what that is. What do I need that for? But he taught me these things, and it just is like, oh, okay. Now I'm bringing it back to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Teaching these people earlier. So you, like you said, when you got to start, just start. Don't be like, I don't want to start because I don't know where to start.
You have everything in front of you.
Yeah, there's no such thing. The word perfection only exists because of the word imperfection.
Oh, say that again. Say that again.
Perfection only exists because of the word imperfection. I'm being dead ass, and they have to throw that in there. We're all imperfectly created to figure out how to become perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Otherwise, like, what are we running this life for?
Yeah,
What are we doing this for? What? Like I said earlier, why are we yelling marathon if we haven't ran a lap? You know, like you got to put the work in, and do not be afraid. Everybody in the world is afraid. Facts. Of who's in power, who's in power of their lives, who's in power of their livelihoods, their kids, teaching, education. Put that power in your hands.
Yeah.
That's what being an entrepreneur is about. Put the power of your freedom, your livelihood in your hands.
Yeah.
You got to be able to break that mold. And I think us, as the newer age of black men and women and minority men and women from all over, We are breaking that mold.
Mm-hmm.
A job now, I think, should be a stepping stone to
Yeah.
get to the next level and accept it, and then grow your brand. But when I grew up, people would tell you get a job, turn it into a career,
Mm-hmm.
because they was afraid of being an entrepreneur. They know
Yeah.
what it's like to be an entrepreneur. Once you discover yourself, like I said, create that vision board
Mm-hmm.
and check it off. I did this today. I did this today. You're holding yourself accountable.
Yep.
And that's
Absolutely.
what that vision board is about. It is your virtual and realistic accountability partner.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something I do on a daily basis. What I do is I go to my board, vision board, right? And I write down an agenda, all right, for the day. I write down 5 to 10 things that I absolutely need to get done on that day. All right. If I don't get it done, I fail for that day. All right. So whatever it is, it can be your notes in your phone, you know what I'm saying? A vision board, like an actual whiteboard, whatever, a piece of paper, whatever it is. Write it down, like actually physically write it down, what it is you need to get done for that day. And as you get it done, go back and check back off. And you can do that day to day, a yearly basis, like 5-year plan, whatever, but that's how you be productive and get things done.
Yeah, 100%. I'll be throwing a vision board party twice a year, and you're never too old for vision board party or vision board, and you don't have to have a business to have a vision board.
Yeah.
You can have a family.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to get married, or you can work on your finances, learn financial literacy. Hey, I want to save this, I want to do that. Okay, let's put it here, let's cut these costs here. Clip some bank statements, get some thumbtacks, put it on the board, and just maneuver piece by piece. How do I leverage,
Yeah.
this knowledge of this vision board to help me grow as an individual?
Yeah.
And that's something that I think we all should look into as people.
And that's the true essence of being a savage about your ambition is about, right? Ambition, the definition of ambition is a strong desire to achieve a goal. All right. Savage ambition, as in being a savage about that desire, not being a savage about the goal necessarily, but being a savage about the desire, because that's how you get to the goal, right? It doesn't mean just entrepreneurship.
Doesn't.
It means family, right? Whether you want to be a better spouse, all right, be a better father, a parent, right? Whether you want to be better in finances, whatever, the better spiritually, right? Connect more with your God, right? There's a way to be a savage about it and attack that challenge, because it is a challenge. Nothing is easy.
Nothing is easy. And I want to piggyback off of Entrepreneur X Savage Ambition.
Yep.
You got to just do it. You ain't never seen a lioness, hey, yo, gazelle, I'm about to eat you. I advise you to watch out.
Yeah.
It just does it, right?
Yeah.
If your baby's crying, you're on the other side of the room, you know that noise. You just run and get there.
Mm-hmm.
When I started a business, I just chose to be around people who helped me, show me where the department of whatever it is to start my business. From IRS to L&I, didn't need them, or to the Secretary of State. I just did that. You have to have that just go, kick down the door mentality. Like, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
You don't ask. You can ask for help, but for your vision, your ambition, your drive, you just go. Hey, how do I get from point A to point B? Just put some gas in here and you'll get there. Then you get to the next point. There's checkpoints. There's levels to this. There's checkpoints to everything. You're never... escalator is the prime example. It gets you to the top.
Yeah.
Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
You can wait for the elevator, but what? It still may take you longer, and by the time you get there, the escalator folks is already there. They're at the top, and they already walking away.
Big facts.
But you're thinking, I'll just press this button, go right there, I gotta do nothing. Now you gotta wait.
Mm-hmm.
You're waiting. What you waiting for? Other people to come out so you can ask politely, you go with floor? No, just go.
Just go.
Shout out to Randy Patrick, my cousin in Atlanta. I just want to let you know, man, stairs over elevators, it just clicked in my head. I just had to give you credit on that one, but it's so true.
Yeah.
Take the stairs over elevator in life, and that's how you really win. Yeah. And every stair hosts a new level to a new person that's going to give you a key to here. Hey, and take that.
Facts. So we talked imperfections, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some challenges that you go through as an entrepreneur. What are some major challenges that you go through as an entrepreneur, as a businessman?
Man, so not everybody's going to tell you what you want to hear, so you got to be able to accept that. In the streets, and people tell you they want to hear, you want to fight them. You can't do that in this professional
No,
world.
not at
It
all.
does not happen. You got to use your words and use your mind.
Yep.
I've been learning how to use my mind more than anything. Being that I am the only black-owned business in the city who's SBE, DBE, and MBE certified to do business, I've been in a lot of rooms around the only black man. So in a room where representation matters, I am like, okay, I got to face this. How do I communicate with these people? People say they want to help you until it's time for them to help you.
Yeah. Yep.
Most of my contracts I got for people in here grew up in Georgia.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Too many people here like, I want you to succeed, but just this much. Just this much. And I met 2 cats from Georgia. We didn't even hesitate. Man, I want you to get to the top. Here goes this, whom. Matter of fact, do that. And you gotta.
We need so much more of that, man.
We gotta have that, and that's just with everything. You gotta understand. Hey, man, I'm working with a older black dude. He's in his late 60s. He got a painting and carpet business. He's doing phenomenal by himself. But it could be great if he learns how to implement a team. Because once you hit 63, you retire at 62, and you gotta wait 65. However it's set up. You're like, man, I had this business years ago, man. I had this business 10, 20 years ago. It's gone now. What'd you do with it? Oh, I sold it. Damn. We got no money? Nah, whatever I left, I keep it, wherever I saved. Well, why you ain't hiring nobody? Man, I didn't know. I don't know how. I didn't think I needed to. Bro, you in the perfect position to structure it, to hire people, and stop being an owner, operator, and manager. That term owner, operator is played out. We got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
There's owner, and there's the operator, and there's manager. And a CEO, however they fit.
Yeah.
You may not never see the owner, but you will see the CEO and you will see the manager. Sometimes as black folks, we come from a space where we don't have too much of anything, so we want to be everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I fall into that sometimes too, man. 'Cause a part of it is a thing of control.
Yeah.
Because we want to be able to, like, going back to our previous conversation, we want to be able to control our environment and control our lives so bad that we think everything is on us.
Everything.
That's not how it is.
Yeah.
But we also have to cultivate that in our own culture now, because a lot of dudes now, it's like, oh, I'm climbing this ladder to success. I'm by myself. Forget y'all. We got to learn how to be, like, we talk community, but we really have to be, hey, I want the best for you. I love you. I want you to rise to the top. Even if I'm not there, I wish the best for you. And genuinely, we have to bring that into our community.
100%. And even when you say, I want the best for you, forget you, I got to go here. Yeah, forget them, but pick up people who are with you on this journey.
Yeah.
Pick up people who want to support you. Hey, I know you're going to get there. Let me help you get there. I don't want you to be like, hey, man, help you get to the top. Don't forget about me. No, help me get there now, and I will never forget about you.
Exactly.
So this individual I'm working with, and I'm speaking to him now, like, man, step back, get certified, get some guaranteed contracts. I mean, when I hit 30, I'm 36, I started talking about retirement. Brother, I never think I'd be talking about retirement, but that's a thing to talk about. And at least to me now it is. But to him, I was like, man, you've been in the game 40 years. Like, that don't mean nothing if you ain't got nothing. For what, bragging rights? To say you did this? You got a work truck and a work ethic, but you were never happy. Your potential was start your business, but I see as you can hire 5 people, get 5 fleets, get 1 location, step back and just watch them operate. Watch them operate. That's what every business should want to do, and that's what I've been able to do, how I can continuously find ways of success through that, because I don't have to stress about a lot. Everybody is accountable for themselves and accountable for their own money.
Absolutely.
I don't pay people per hour, and that per hour is mental slavery. Pay them by the job. You have to pay people by the job. Pay what they're worth. Paying per hour could be good for promos, small events, small part-time, but for a small business who doesn't have that per hour, A lot of small businesses don't have that per hour, so you can pay them per job. And if you can't do that, find somebody who wants to volunteer and help you grow and go. And that's how you get to the next level.
Absolutely.
A lot of us, I see in the small business world, man, we need capital just for payroll. Because people want money, 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 and it's like, man, can I hire somebody who got the hard determination to help me grow this puppy?
And understands the vision.
Understand the vision?
Yeah.
Understand the grind? Can I hear this is your salary for this month, all I can afford, but we're gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I first came here, man, I mean, I rented a building, it was dirt cheap. I worked it, I lived in there. So I'm not renting no place, I'm gonna work and live here. And I did that. Police came by all the time. But you know what? I had my business license, had all my paperwork. It was zoned. It was good.
Yeah.
I had a vision. I had a dream. And as long as you got your paperwork, you know, in a sense, it could be good, it could be bad. But in that area, it was amazing. I was like, yeah, y'all looking for me. Why y'all asking me these dumb questions?
Mm-hmm.
I learned you can't live and work in the same facility you operate in. So I changed the narrative on that.
Okay.
But I had to take these losses to learn. So I tell people, like you say, don't wait to start it. And ask for a mentor so they can tell you about all the losses right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mike Tyson will help you teach you about boxing so you don't get punched right in the face.
Yeah.
Right now.
yeah. Absolutely.
Like, yeah, what do I not do? Don't go like this. Keep your hands up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, otherwise you will get hit.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this. I want to go here. What are some actionable steps that people can do to get started in whatever it is they want to do, like from the jump, like whether it be entrepreneurship, whether it be some type of career, whether it be like blue collar work, whatever it is, what are some actionable steps that you think people can do to get started from the jump?
Some actionable steps I think people can do to get started from the jump is you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself.
Yep.
You know, you got to shake off I had a bad day, bad week, bad month, bad year mentality. You got to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You gotta believe in yourself, man, because if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody gonna believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you walk in with your stomach all poked out, neck back. Hey, man, I got this detailing business. You want to support me? No. You gotta walk in with your head up, chest held high. Hey, I got this detailing business. This is phenomenal. I've been doing cars for a while. You don't believe me? I'll do yours on the spot, and it's boom. You're like, man,
That confidence.
you gotta be able to sell them.
Ooh, yep.
Without selling yourself.
That's a bar. Yep.
Sell your product, you know, and not sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because once they do that, I'm like, yo, he's confident in his work. I believe in his work. You know, when someone speaks with confidence in whatever they do,
Yep.
it opens up doors.
Absolutely.
And I mean, just for me to start a detailing business is small. I mean, it's big to me, but if you step back and look at the landscape, man, I wish I could start a concrete business, a general contractor business, or roofing. But that wasn't my therapy.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have a foundation laid, I can step back and be like, let me go dabble in something else now.
Ooh, yep.
Because I have that
Then the
much
wheels start
confidence
spinning,
that I
yep.
created
Yeah.
off of just this seed that I planted that I finally figured out how to nurture and how to grow. But you got to have confidence. You got to be able to believe in yourself. Start practicing some self-love. Be around people that appreciate and value who you are as a person. And once you do that, find out what you're great at. There's a term, I think it's in Japanese, called ikigai.
Okay, ikigai.
Ikigai, find out what you're great at and figure out how to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you how they're just naturally gifted as entrepreneurs. To be like, figure out what you're good at, how to get paid. I didn't think I can get paid from this business until I was early 20s. I'll start a business, but I'll make a few bucks, but I need to figure out how to get paid. You know, and people pay for your time.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Your art is great, but it's the time that you're putting out. You know, and once you figure out those things and who you are, what you want, and you're healed from all trauma, you're not just be working to mask something or someone. Yeah. You are an unstoppable force.
Absolutely.
In whatever you do. I mean, you can bake cookies, you can shoot videos, you can make tennis shoes. You can mass produce all kind of products that we need because you start to believe in yourself.
And there's so much stuff that you can do, like, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta look at this, right? Believe in yourself, all right? Figure out what you're good at. Then you gotta get the knowledge, right? And we don't mean like, I believe it's secondary education, you know what I'm saying? I'm down with it, but it's not for everybody, right? Some people don't even, I mean, like, some people don't even graduate high school, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a gift that could pay them, right? Right? So it's like, but what you need to do is once you figure out what you're good at and what you're into, get the actual knowledge on, okay, how do I do this the most efficiently and effectively? Once you do that, you're off to the races. And that's what we mean by start. Start don't mean, go to the Secretary of State and get your business license. No, start means first start believing in yourself, right? Then figure out what you're good at, and then start to nurture that and invest in that by getting the knowledge that you need, all right, to excel. That's starting, all right? And then you can do all the other stuff afterwards. All right, then you can go get your business license, all this other stuff. But all that comes after you figure out what you're going to do and develop that plan. We go back to that idea strategy. Develop the plan. Figure out what it is and then develop the plan.
And and don't let money stop your brain from operating. No. People are like, I don't got the money to think about the business plan. I don't got money to think about having a business. I don't got money to buy a logo, to think about the logo. Think about what you want in your logo. Yeah. So you got to do a lot of stopping before you do some starting. You know, it's like a battery. There's positive and a negative. Once you align the negativities and you see it, figure out the positivities. The negativities is the problem. I can't get a job. I don't know where to go. Okay, well, I know where to go. I can get you a job. Now you're producing currency, which is electricity. Yep. You figured out your positivities because you acknowledge the problem. Now you're creating a solution.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to get those things once you align yourself with, I will be able to do this versus I won't, I can't, I don't know how. Mm-hmm. You can achieve it. And it's as little as 1, 2, 3. And don't stop. You will get a lot of flack. No matter what you do, you'll get a lot of flack. But that tells you you're doing something right.
Yeah. And so that goes back into the challenges. What are some more challenges that people are going to face
during
their journey?
I think current challenges people face as business owners, they don't know how to communicate with themselves as a whole. Everybody want money, but everybody ain't got the plan what to do with the money. I say, you need to learn business etiquette. You need to learn customer service.
Yep.
You need to learn how to collaborate, which means work together.
Yeah.
We know how to compete. Oh, he gonna dunk? Watch me dunk too. He did 360? Watch me do a tomahawk. But we don't know how to play together.
Yep.
You see,
that's so crucial, man.
You see it in sports.
Yeah.
The top teams got all the top 5 athletes, but they're good in one-on-ones.
Yep.
But they're terrible together.
Yep.
Terrible because
Absolutely.
They don't know how. They bring too much of an ego. I want this, I want this, I want this, I want that. And I think my level of success is I want everybody happy and I want to be in the background. So I'm going to use my reference, the founder of Motown, Berry Gordy. Mm-hmm. You know, he took all the talent. You know, you hear a song from back then, he came from Motown. He took the song and made a hit. He didn't say, oh, I wrote this for Tina Turner, I wrote this for Diana Ross, I wrote this for the Motowns, I wrote this for Marvin. He didn't say that. He engineered it and put it out there, and everybody got their credit.
Yep.
Because he learned that all them cats that I just mentioned came from Alabama, came from Georgia, came from South Carolina, went to Detroit to get a job to work in the car industry, because that's what was popping, and still is to a certain degree. So they all got a job at the plant. And once he discovered their talent, he took what he had, and he brought them in, and next thing you know, exploded. Mm-hmm. He knew what it's like to work with them because he saw them want to get to the next level. Yeah. A lot of business owners don't want to see another business owner get to the next level if they can't get there before them.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's not cool.
That's
not cool.
It's one of the things that's tearing down our communities and our culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good to compete. Don't get me wrong. It's good. It's phenomenal.
Friendly competition, though.
Friendly competition.
Friendly and open, and be like, hey, we're gonna have a friendly competition. Who can make the best chicken sandwiches?
Yeah.
Or the best waffles, or the best cupcakes.
Yeah.
But they were still love because I can't feed everybody cupcakes. I can't detail everybody's car. I love seeing other
Exactly.
detailers in the community start to rise. Cool. More people I can send work to.
Absolutely. It's like, why in the world would I want to win if I can't see you win?
100%.
They say it's lonely at the top. It don't have to be.
It
It does
doesn't.
not have to be. But we've created that in our culture because everybody's so stingy. I got to get the money. It's plenty of money out there.
You know,
And money, it shouldn't be the only goal.
I'm working with a lady right now, and my prior partner and them, it costs like $5,000 to work with her, to help her, to mentor her, to coach her, to get to the next level. And she can't afford that right now. And I was like, cool. I said, what can you afford? Because I do not want money to be the issue of me seeing you succeed. I still want to make your flyers. I still want to make your logo. I still want to make your cards. I still want to help you out with some SEO. I still want to plug you to people. I'm not going to be the gatekeeper and just hold the keys and just like, hey, come over here, come over here. That's not going to be me. I'm still going to help you and get you closer. And she's on a payment plan, just having a conversation. She's on a payment plan. And she pays as she goes. Because I know I'll get blessed later in life.
Yeah.
It's not even about money to me. It's about the ill will and the heart. If you remove money prior to 1865, we was trading.
Yeah.
And prior to that, we was, who knows what we were doing, but we were happy. You see what I'm saying? Money has been put in our face by the world to determine your it factor.
Oh, yep.
To determine your power, your ability. Once you remove that, man, you can become a powerful kingdom, a powerful village of people.
Yeah.
So, and this is what I love, since moving to Washington, a form of financial literacy to me is, I love seeing how the Asian community can come together and operate and work. Never seen that in Atlanta. Consistently. These Asian folks don't know each other, but they all do the same thing. Mexicans, shout out to all the Mexicans. They are so proud to be Mexican. I've never seen so many cool ass Mexicans. Like, yo, from Mexico, man. I love Mexico all day. They got on their trucks, their flags. They're so dope. I love them. They go hard for their quinceañeras, for their family. Ain't nobody beefing over nothing. They spend bank. See what I'm saying? And nobody arguing. They're all coming from different sides, and everyone does this. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in the community I come from, in a sense, it's hard. I mean, black folks will give you knowledge before they give you money. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's hard, and it's like we gotta learn how to be together and play together. Hey man, let's get 4 of us together. Let's everybody donate $25 in this pot for a month for as much as we can. Once a week, let's put 25 in. That's $400 that we all came up with collectively, knowing that it's probably more, but knowing that you only put in 100, but as a collective, we got 400. What can we do with that to make more?
Yeah.
That 400 may make another 400. That's 800. So now everybody got their 25 back and another 400 to play with. Okay, as a group, let's take that 400 and grow that 3 times more. Now we got 1,200. So now you can take that 12, give everybody, a couple hundred, three, and still have more.
Yeah, it's like joint ventures in real estate.
That's
Joint
all it
ventures
is,
in real
man.
estate is
all
important.
it is. They don't teach that, and I think that's a part of school is financial literacy needs to be taught about collaborating over competition in so many ways, and how to compete with other people in case you need to compete. Market research, not just with any business. It comes even with the marketplace and housing. They do that market research, and I've been learning. I didn't know that. I thought that was strictly small business stuff, and how to work together as a team. So I think there's different pillars to financial literacy, to how to work together, how to put money together, and grow, man. Shoot.
And I feel like it's something that's not taught enough throughout our youth, and so we got to do something as a culture to fix that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many times where I look back like, yo, if I would have known this in high school, oh my gosh, if I would have known how to do taxes when I was in middle school, I'd be a pro at it by now.
Look, my level of financial literacy, I used to go to the store every day. I was young, I was underage, and I got paid $9 or $13 a week, cleaning out the apartments we lived in, and the landlord paid me. His name was Lynn. He paid me like in quarters. I would go to the store. This one candy was 4 for $1. I would spend $2 on candy, Skittles, M&Ms, Butterfingers, whatever. I had 8 solid whole pieces of candy for $2. I would go to school, boom, and sell that for 50 cents. So I'm already getting a quarter more on everything. So that $2 turned into 4, and then it started to grow. That was my level of financial literacy. It's like, oh man, I can buy this for this price and get more and still have that. So if we can learn how to structure that, and versus hustle, make this do. If we can structure that to like a curriculum that people can read that are not in school, and it's about their hustle, strictly created for them, what their goals are, we'll have a fun financial problem, problem being resolved in our own community. Yeah, like that's how I learned financial literacy. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I was young when I was in the dope game. I learned metrics through that. I didn't know halves, quarters, keys, and all. I was like, dang, that taught me that taught me this. But I was like, I gotta get away from this. It ain't gonna teach me anything, this positivity in my life to go forward, but it taught me numbers and metrics. Yeah. And little did I know, them numbers are the exact same numbers I use almost every day in life.
It's crazy how your life is designed and just that roadmap, like how you can pick little things from different time periods. Oh, I learned this when I was this age. I learned this when I went through these struggles. I went through these challenges, but now I can look back at what I learned and apply them, and it makes life so much easier.
100% easier, man.
It don't make it perfect, but it makes it a little bit easier to deal with, saying that, okay, I've been through this, so I know how to go through this.
Yep. Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You go through it so you can grow through it.
Absolutely.
Get a mentor and accountability partner.
Yep. I'm telling you.
Period.
The idea strategy. You need that accountability partner. All right? Yes. I'm telling you. Identify the goal.
Yes.
Develop a plan. Enlist an accountability partner. And then action. Put it to work.
Action. Do the work.
Yeah.
Do the work.
You have to do the work.
All you have to do is do the work.
So, what's next for you?
Man, I feel like I've outgrown the area I'm in. Okay. Like, I'm getting referrals from the state. I'm getting referrals from business owners. I'm getting referrals from all angles of life. And this ain't no coincidence.
Absolutely.
God knows what he's doing.
Yeah. It's orchestrated.
God knows what he's doing. Like for me to get on Zooms and go and talk to these kids in these youth camps and jails about entrepreneurialism. People trying to start a business and the state is calling me for referrals, telling me something. People who are in position of business that I never even met sending me referrals. I never even shot with them, telling me something.
Yep.
And I was like, I want to make a movie. Learning behind the scenes of it, patenting it, getting it off the ground is one part, but I want to make a movie about what's happening, what's in the current, what's mission, and what is the true savage ambition like? Yeah. In real time. Ooh. In real time. Yeah. A lot of people, they only see it if the business owner is throwing up a reel or throwing up a video, and they're limited to the capacity of viewing it or consuming it. And half the time, the business owner is only doing that for marketing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, they don't want to.
Yeah.
They want to for other reasons, but they don't want to. You know, so
it's crazy.
Yeah. Based on a lot of this, to where, I mean, it's put in a different light, especially about. Man, so I moved to Washington, man. It's cool, but I learned that black men don't like being black men out here, man. I was raised by my dad, and he taught me a lot about being a strong black man. My name is Zuarel, which is Hebrew. Don't cancel me. It means rock of God. So, and he knew what it's like. He was intentional when he named it. And I grew into that. So I was like, I'm in my purpose. I was in my passion with the detailing. I was passionate about that. But now I can run itself to where I'm in my purpose. I can feast on what I really want to do, with my intention that God has put me in here to do, and that is to bring our people together in a sense that we are stronger together, and we can't just say it because it sounds cool. The way the world has been going on, man, I've been learning about the political space. I mean, everybody got an iPhone, right? Everybody got iPhones. How many times you get an update on your iPhone?
Actually, I got one that's about to happen tonight.
You need an update
I
due
just got a
tonight.
notification. Yep.
PETA, they out to protect pets. You know, the Chinese council ain't help the Chinese folks in certain scenarios. The Native American Peace Treaty protects a lot of Native and Indigenous individuals, especially if they choose to go to the military. They don't have to. They don't want you to go. But in the midst of all of this, you know, what happened to George Floyd on national TV, Biden saying, if you ain't black, you don't vote for me. The story behind all these political cats, who's representing black America? Nobody. Ain't nothing. I'm going to get back to what I said the Constitution has not been updated because it's written by terrible individuals. The Constitution needs to be updated. Ain't nothing there updated about protecting the life of black men and women in this country. And my goal is to bring us together and create a substantial amount of influence on the world. You know, I love what's happening right now with everybody starting businesses. It's like, this is dope. Booker T. Washington would love this. So I'm saying Malcolm X would love this. Everybody's talking about diversity, equality, and inclusion, but what's up with equity? Like what's up with equity? Like that's you know what's up with equity? We show out at you guys' games.
Yeah.
We're part of the production. You know, we're part of the entertainment. But we need something that's going to last outside of entertaining.
Yeah.
And that is unifying people.
Yeah.
So it's specifically our people and reminding people, hey man, you're a black dude, you're a black man, look at where you're at, think black. Chinese man thinks Chinese, the white man thinks white, you know, the Italian thinks Italian. Sometimes us in spaces where we're like 8% of the population, we try to think how other people want to think for us or how we feel. No man, I got the respect I earned by thinking black first.
And isn't it crazy how our culture is the only culture that feels uncomfortable with
Bro, it's the only culture. You ain't never seen a dolphin act like a shark. You ain't never seen a horse. Hey, yo, I'm a zebra today. You know, you ain't never seen a giraffe be like, I want to be a horse or a donkey. No. Why do we got to be something that we're not to get validation for someone else? We do not need to be, and I think that becomes from a lack of confidence growing up. That comes from trauma happening through our lives. That comes from all these reruns of slaves movies and stuff to try to keep us in place. They call it buck breaking. It comes from all of that. You know, I haven't watched, like, I ain't played a video game in 10 plus years. I ain't watched no slave movie ever. Like, you name the last 20, I ain't seen them. I hear about it, I'm cool. I watched Nat Turner, how he ran around freeing people, because we need somebody to free us mentally right now. And you know, we're at a mental state. We're in mental chains. When you go to a circus, the elephants ain't in chains, but they think they are. They're the strongest animals in the world.
Yeah.
But they think they are.
Yeah.
You know, they're just entertaining. And some of us as people, we don't feel free. We don't think we can start a business. We don't think we can grow our business. We don't think we can get to the next level. So my goal, what's next for me, is to let everybody know that they can get to the next level. I want to work with everyone. My main audience is really black men because, believe it or not, we're on a dangerous species as well. There's not too many real ones out here.
And you know what's crazy? I feel as if there's so many of us who point the finger, right? Like, we're so quick to be victimized when we don't open our eyes and realize that we can regain control over our situation in our lives. And that's where the breaking point happens, right? We get to this point where we're like, oh, they did this to us and blah, 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 blah. But what are you doing for your community
Yeah.
to change
Yeah.
the outcome of your community?
Yeah.
Or are you still just yelling, oh, kill this, kill that, sell dope,
Yep.
strippers,
Stuck
money,
in the past.
blah, blah, blah.
Stuck in the past.
What are you doing different to create that change? Or are you just gonna keep saying, oh, they brought us here and they did this to us and this is why we live in this way? No. That's not enough. That will no longer stand in our community.
It's not going to stand. And who is they to say how you should be living? Like, how you know you was even a slave or your ancestors? You know, you could have been born here. You don't know that.
Yeah, you got to create that change within the community.
You got to, and you got to be able to do it and be fearless, respectfully fearless. Like, what is a better word, professional word for respectfully fearless? Having a savage ambition about what you're doing. Just be ambitious about it on savage mode. Like, turn it on 10 and just go. Stop always asking for permission. Don't ask for permission. Ask for guidance. Ask for help. Pay attention, and then get to this next level.
Yeah,
I love being an entrepreneur. I love when people say, they don't really say no, you can't do it. They be like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And when people see you doing these things, man, I done met some of the coolest people that I didn't think I would ever meet. My business took me into some of the coolest places I didn't think. I tell you one thing, working at Waffle House would never took me there. Working at Subway would never took me there. Target, anything. Working at wherever warehouse you're doing in life, it's not going to help you get to where you want to, because it's going to be the same repetitive process. What's the word? Insanity. We think you can continuously doing something different, but it's just the wheel spinning in the same direction, and I got to get these hours, man.
Yeah, I mean,
get these hours.
You gotta look at it like this way: that company's goal isn't to make you a high layer executive.
They're not.
That company's goal is to fill that position.
No, they're not. I know
so
people.
The longer they can keep you in that position, the less they gotta do.
Yeah, I know people who got who's in businesses. They get, man, I got a bonus for $2,000, and I don't kill their spirits. I'm like, that's what's up. That's cool. I was like, that sounds like one of them good weeks I had, So, but I don't be like, I don't make them feel bad, but I tell them you can do that on your own. You don't have to rely on a bonus.
Yeah, and that's where it's up to us to teach.
We have to teach.
Inspire, and do so much more within our communities.
Educate, empower, elevate. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Like, that is the only way, and do it respectfully.
Absolutely. So we're going to have many, many more talks, man.
Yeah.
Tell the people your website and where they can reach you at on social media.
So, again, this is your favorite entrepreneur's entrepreneur. When I say that, I mean, I really mean it, because every of your entrepreneurs, they probably know me. 6 degrees of separation somehow, some way. You can tap into my website, ZuarelBlue.com. I probably have some of your favorite entrepreneurs' merchandise, product, healthcare, beauty, on there. Please tap in, man, and follow me, ZuarelBlue.com, all social platforms. Shout out to Buddy's Chicken and Waffles. Shout out to Savage Ambition. Shout out to the whole production crew. Shout out to Video Prosperity. Shout out to T Soul Food Kitchen. Everybody I'm working with. Nino Vino Tours.
Joey B
Nino
Films.
Vino Tours, my bad. Yeah. Joey B Films, the whole production. Man, shout out to everybody, man, and most importantly, I want to give grace to God, because without Him, none of this would be possible.
Absolutely.
Just believing in myself, taking that journey 3,000 miles away to just be here and change my life, because I was like, I want to do different. I want more, and you can do more in your own backyard.
Facts.
Straight up.
Absolutely. Yo, again, Jay Burke here, owner and creative director of Savage Ambition Clothing. I'm here with Zuarel Blue. Yo, we taking things to the next level. We got something special for y'all coming up. We're not gonna talk about it yet. We got something special for y'all coming soon. So keep tapping in. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. God bless. And we out of here.